Well guys, it's Mark from North 7 Outdoors, and we are filming the last day of my B Squad series, making the run across the lake to fish some new parts of the lake I haven't fished this weekend. Not sure what the weather's bringing. It's pretty cloudy out for 5:30 in the morning. It's a little windy, but not too bad. So I'm not sure how long we'll be on the water today. So I have my drop shot rigged up, which isn't really part of the B Squad. Strike King structure bug I've never tried before, and a Berkley Havoc tube I've never tried before. The B Squad is about stuff that isn't necessarily bad baits. It's baits that you try for the first time. It doesn't need to be, I know the structure bug works. I know a Berkley Havoc tube works. I just personally haven't tried them yet, so I'm making the time to try them. Yesterday, or earlier in the video, I'm not sure if we'll cut this into two parts, depends how successful today is, but earlier in the video, or last video, you saw me use the wacky worm, and I really enjoyed aspects of the wacky worm. And in that sense, B Squad episode was a success, because there's times where I'm going to throw that over the drop shot. Mainly in weed structure, because it's like a finesse, but I mean, it's a lot less weedless, and it has a better presentation than the drop shot in thick weed beds. Then you have the other side of the coin, which is a fluke. I mean, most people that watch this show own a fluke or are aware what a Zoom Super Fluke is. I know they work, Too many people have been using them for them not to work. But I've yet to catch a fish on it, so maybe later today we'll try that. But, not everything I'm going to be successful using. So, keep tuning in. Alrighty. Oh, smallmouth got off. Alright guys, hooked into the first bass on the Berkley power tube. It's shaking. I don't know how big it is. I don't think it's too big. It's decent though, I tell you what. Decent largie. Good 2-pound largie. Right on top of the mouth. Little buck bass, I think. Oh, largie. Yep. Well, that's one more on the drop shot. What do we got here? Rock bass. That's a giant rock bass, though. That's my biggest rock bass from this lake for the year. You are jumbo. Hooked into a nice one on the drop shot. Big one, boys. Oh, you're not ready. He's a fighter. Is he a smallie? Is that why he's so angry? I think he is a smallie. Alright, not as big as I thought, but I also thought you were a largemouth. Beautiful. Okay, all ready to go back in there. Here at North 7 Outdoors, we don't discriminate between largemouth and smallmouth. Guys, I either hooked onto a monster or this thing is covered in weeds. I don't know how big you're. This is on the wacky worm, fishing stumps. I think it's a monster largemouth. Might be 3 pounds. Could be covered in weeds. Could be 1 pound largemouth. Oh man! I can just see like the dorsal fin. This is crazy. I don't even know what it is. Oh yeah, big largie. Oh yeah, you over too. Oh, horrible net job by this guy. Oh yeah. Biggest largemouth of the trip so far on the wacky worms. We're gonna 2 pounds, 3/4. Bye, bud. Hooked into another largemouth bass on the wacky worm, and it's not too little, it's not giant. Little 1 pound largemouth. You get a 3 pound largemouth, and you get a 1 pound largemouth on the wacky worm. Okay, buddy. I do not want that. Right. Beauty little fish here in the stumps on the wacky worm. The only problem I'm having are these fish don't seem to want to commit to it, so I'm getting lots and lots of bites. So I've never fished the wacky worm, and instantly I saw these hooks on the shelf. They're Mustad Ultra Point. I'm like, I like those hooks, but they all came with a weed guard. So before ever throwing a wacky worm, I snipped the weed guard off, and that was on instinct. And I'm not I'm a knowledgeable fisherman. I know more than I can do about fishing, but I knew right away that snipping the weed guards off is the way to go, and I stand by that. I think already my hookup ratio is not great on the wacky worm. I think it'd be horrible if I had that weed guard on there, and I don't think it was needed. Another one, guys. This is incredible. Another big bass. He's just running. I think he might be the biggest bass of the day. Oh no, decent though. We're not gonna take anything away from this guy, guys. Like, how do you like that? How do you guys like the wacky worm? He's 1.5 pounds. You know, he's bigger than the last one. Again, because I cut the weed guard off, there is a little bit of metal exposing near the eye there of the hook. You know, a little bit bigger than the last one, but I mean, what the hell, you know? I just got 2 decent bass in 5 minutes. Not even. So, that's a wacky worm. I'm throwing on the Strike King Ocho, which is just, you know, a stick bait like your Senkos or whatever you want to call it. The paint on the hook is pretty much done, but that's fine. Still works. So yeah, I cut my finger on that little metal offcut that I just took a pair of side cutters to and cut off the weed guard, so be careful when you're handling fish if you decide to modify it. Alright, well, let's keep this going. Guys, it's been about 2 minutes since I just switched my GoPro battery, and I just hooked into my 3rd largemouth in about 5 minutes. 3 casts, 3 largemouth. This is the smallest one of the 3, not even a pound. Little 10-inch largemouth there, but I mean, look at that. All in the wacky worm, all in about 2 minutes. Crazy. If you guys don't have the wacky worm in your repertoire lineup of baits, well, I would suggest getting in there. As you can see, it worked well yesterday with the weed bed, but it's really gone into its own with these stumps right here. Guys, hooked into another decent largemouth on the wacky worm. Get in here, get in the boat. Another 1 pound buck bass, you know, pretty good stuff. About to call her a day, gotta head home soon. Let's see here. So, I was about to say earlier that the wacky worm is holding up so much better, but as you notice, I'm using a Gary Yamamoto black and red flake one now, and a 4-aught EWG Mustad Ultra Point, because I got broken off on a stump. But until then, I must have caught maybe 10 bass on that worm, and I didn't have a problem. The worm was a little ratty, but I mean, it had all the action that I needed in the world, and it held together really well until I got broken off. So the durability on the wacky worm is on point. Now, I'm not sure if that's because I have the wacky worm tool and putting your hook in there, it saves the plastic. I imagine it saves it considerably well, so that's food for thought there. Oh guys, it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's pretty much the video. The bee squad. I lost a nice one on the Zoom brush hog. I lost a nice one on Strike King structure bug. And I lost a bunch of them on the Zoom super fluke. I don't know if they were any good or any size to them. I have no idea. Well, that's my bee squad video in a nutshell. Yep, just I hope I inspired you possibly to use baits that you bought and you're like, I haven't gotten around to them. You know, the wacky worm lit it up. I mean, I'm probably gonna have a rod rigged up just for the wacky worm now, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah, so I learned a few things. You know, I learned also what I would rig stuff on. Like for mainline, if I would want to do braid or fluorocarbon or mono. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys again for watching North of 7 Outdoors. As always, I am your host, Mark. Take care and keep watching.